Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of I Don't Care Anyway. I'm your host, Macy Crofts, and I'm so excited to be here. Right now it's Monday, so by the time this comes out, it'll have been less than 24 hours since I recorded this. And I normally try not to cut it so close and record the day before, but I've just been so busy all weekend long. I intended to film yesterday, but you know what? I'm glad I did not because now I have more information to share, more unhinged things to talk about. And so I'm okay with it. I feel like everything happens for a reason. So I told you guys a couple weeks ago that I bought a laser hair removal package, which I'm very excited about. And I did that today. I get back in my car. My shirt's on inside out. First thing I see, I'm like, oh, cool. I put my shirt back on inside out. Second thing I see, I look in the mirror. One of my center eyelashes, okay, and I do clusters, Pro Lash, I'll plug them for a sec, whatever, is missing. Then I found it inside my shirt. Here's the thing. And I know that's oh, great, reattach it. Well, I can't. I don't have my stuff with me. They have very specific glue and everything. So I couldn't reattach it. So my shirt's on inside out. I can't reattach my center eyelash and I'm headed straight here to record. So if you look closely, you'll see that my center eyelash is missing. And it's just, I feel good about it. I don't care. I don't have any makeup on today, although I feel like my lighting here makes my skin look really good. So we're okay with it. It's fine. Yeah. Okay. Quick review on laser hair removal so far. Okay. I know I've barely made any progress into it. Someone told me it hurts. It really does not hurt that bad. I will say my face hurt, but everything else I got treated, it did not hurt at all. The girl and I were chatting the whole time. My younger brother is currently also doing some treatments. And he told me that it hurt. And I was like, you must be a weenie because I just didn't think it hurt. So I'm really happy about that. And I know that I give off this persona of being perfect. And I know that you guys think that I am perfect and that I've never made a mistake ever and that I am flawless and that, I have truly never slipped up once ever. But I'm here to say that I have. And that day is today. Okay. I did flip my shirt back around. So if you're watching, you're like, well, your shirt doesn't look inside out. Well, that's because I took it off in my car, flipped it around, put it back on the correct way. This is my Post Malone concert tee from last summer. This is going to make sense a little bit later on in today's episode. Okay. Today we are doing a little bit of Q&A, a little bit of summertime roundup. I feel like this time of year, people start to really get burnt out of summer. Maybe they're looking back and they're like, okay, I didn't live it to the fullest. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm going to help you maximize, sneak in a couple extra things for the summertime so that you don't feel like that, so that you can leave the summer behind okay, you know what? It was a really, really good one. Before we get to that though, okay, we're going to start off with the notes app a little quicker than we normally do. But I found this note in my notes app. It's really not that old. July 23rd of this year at 11:16 a.m. So this was, oh my gosh, 3 weeks ago. Wait, not even that. No, yeah, like 2.5 weeks ago. And I don't remember writing this. I mean, I'm trying to think if I remember writing this. I think it's hilarious. I don't have it labeled, so I don't know what it's about. I want to say it's Instagram captions though. I think that your Instagram post is only as good as its caption. And if I have a random thought in my head, I write it down. And so this is me writing down a lot of different random thoughts. So I guess this note could have been technically started a little bit before July 23rd, but July 23rd was at least the last time that I updated it. And I think that these are so funny. Please use these Instagram captions and send me the post so that I can like and comment because I think these are so funny. Okay. There's 10. Let's read them all. Number 1, I hope your email never finds me. I get that that's not the most original thing in the entire world, but sometimes I really do think I would love this person's email to never ever find me. Right? Feel free to use it. You guys can change that to anything. I hope your email finds me crying on the side of the road. That's fine too. You can change it to anything. But you better have a really funny picture to go along with it. Or if it says I hope your email never finds me, I hope it's you in Europe, on a cliff, in the ocean, doing something where you don't want someone's email to find you. Okay. I'll have a Diet Coke over it and get back to you. That makes sense. I don't know the full context, but I mean, it checks out. I would say that. I'd be like, yeah, let me have a drink. By that, I mean a Diet Coke. Like, let me just have a drink over this and get back to you. Okay. Next one says, tell me more about yourself. But then it's in parentheses, are you sure? So it's like if someone says to you, hey, tell me about yourself. And then you're thinking like, are you sure? Are you sure you want me to tell you more about myself? This one makes sense. You know, I have an issue sometimes with like saying the wrong thing when people ask me questions. Someone, oh gosh, when was this? Like weeks ago was like, tell me the scariest moment of your life. And I think it was supposed to be like kind of an icebreaker. I hit them with some things that they didn't ever want to hear. And I'm like, sorry, but you asked, what was I supposed to do? Lie to you? No. So, when someone's like, tell me more about yourself, I'm like, I don't know about that. Okay, next one. This one, okay. This one is so good. Actually, if you use this Instagram caption, please tag me. Know that at some point I will also steal it, but this is so funny. The elephant in the room is this as. AZZ. The elephant in the room is this as. That's what I wrote down. So clearly it's supposed to say the elephant in the room is this as. I don't know what special mood I was in to have written this down and thought that this applied to me. This is super good though. I'm very proud of this. Please use this. And I'll be sad if you don't. Yeah. Okay. This next one says always have SPF on me. And I think that SPF was supposed to stand for something. So like S, maybe sexy or something. P and then F. I don't know. I'll let you come up with your own creative thoughts, but you can do this with anything like, but summertime it works. Always have that SPF on me. And then change SPF to something else. It could be like 3 different alcoholic beverages. I feel like that would be perfect. 3 different food items, 3 different or maybe like a food, a drink, and like a car. I don't know. That could work. Or like places. Okay. Or clothing items. You could be like, always have SPF on me. And F could be, I'm trying to think of a designer brand. I'm not very good at this. You guys get what I mean? Change the SPF to something else that works for you. Okay. The next one says soul penetrating facts. I don't fully understand this one. I don't remember writing it down. Soul penetrating facts. I mean, that can apply to a lot of things. Please make it make sense for you. Okay. The next couple are AI can't replace. Okay. And this one says, I'd like to see AI break up with a man because she didn't like his laugh. This is an old note. And, I mean, yeah, I would like to see AI do that. You know, if AI is seeing someone and AI doesn't like his laugh, she breaks up with him. It's like, ugh, I mean, it is what it is. I'd like to see AI drink 80 ounces of Diet Coke a day. I'd also like to see AI do that. AI can't replace me. That's for sure. AI cannot replace any of the things I just listed. So that's in my notes app. Last it was updated again, July 23rd. I really don't know when all these other notes were created, but sometimes it's scary. I've said this before. That's why we do notes app, because it's like, what did I write down and completely forget about? It's sometimes truly terrifying. Also, I just want to make a note on the pants that I'm wearing right now. If you're watching, you can see them. If you're not watching, they're just like regular jeans, but they're so high-waisted. I cannot get behind super, super high-waisted jeans. My sister Haley loves high-waisted jeans. She will wear the highest jeans in the world. They could go up to her bra and she'd be like, no, these are great. These aren't that high-waisted. Okay, the ones I have on right now are above my belly button and I can't stand it, but they're super loose fitting. So that's why I wear them, because generally I can't do high-waisted jeans because then I sit down and it stabs me in the stomach and I'm uncomfortable. Okay. But these are boyfriend jeans. That's why they work. I bought them 2 summers ago and they were a bit tight. Now they're not. Thank goodness. But it's just if you can see what I have on, understand that they're high-waisted, super high-waisted because I'm sitting down. But also, I only wear loose-fitting jeans these days. I cannot ever wear a tight pair of jeans ever again. I get that sometimes your butt will look really good in them. I don't care. I don't care. Okay. Elephant in the room is this as? Not on me. It's not. I do not care about tight fitting jeans. I cannot stand it, especially if it's hot outside. Oh my gosh. That's one of my worst nightmares. Tight jeans, warm outside. And by warm outside or hot, I mean above 75. And I get cold really easily, but like any temperature above that would truly send me into a spiral, especially if I had jeans on. I just cannot hang. I can't do it. So I only wear super loose jeans these days. These ones are from Old Navy. Okay. Okay, before we get into Q&A, before we get into summertime roundup, I want to talk really quickly about who my audience is and why I'm obsessed with it. So before I started this podcast, I was talking to my brothers are my biggest opposition, by the way. If you were to ask me who in my life works the hardest against me, my younger brothers, that's who works the hardest against me. Specifically, my brother who was 20. Actually, you know what? No, they both work like really hard against me, but I just like see the one who's 20 a little bit more. But they both truly want to see me fail every second of every day. So I'm explaining this podcast to them and I give them a little brief description. It's going to be girly. It's going to have advice columns. It's going to have how-tos. We're going to talk about dating and relationships and skincare and friendships and the things we're struggling with and blah, 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 all these other things. I'm going to do a lot of interviews, bring on people that I trust and I love and that I care about and I want to hear the things they have to say. And they literally were like, who would listen to this? Okay. They were like, Macy, who's going to listen to this? Like you need to talk about something like you need to make your audience a little bit more broad because it sounds really specific. And I was like, no, you guys, that's the whole point. I said this a couple episodes ago. If you are for everyone, you are for no one. I don't want to be for everybody because then they're like, well, who's going to listen to this? And I go, any woman that's like me. And I said this in episode 1, I'm doing this podcast for me. I'm done doing performative things. I just want to do something for me. And so that is exactly what the podcast is me doing something for me. So yeah, it makes sense that I'm going to start to attract people / mostly 89% women that are just like me and that can relate. It's almost as if that was the whole point. So other than my brothers being my biggest opposition, first off, this worked out exactly the way I wanted it to. So thank you to them. I'm going to send them a message. I'm actually going to send them this clip and let them know that they told me this was way too niche and that this was too narrowed down. Guess what? It's not. So let me tell you a little bit about the analytics. Okay. 89% women. I know I have a couple male listeners. They have told me and I appreciate it so much. Okay. So please don't think that just because 89% of my audience is women that you just need to stop listening or something. You don't, because here's the thing. You're going to learn so much about women. I actually think that more men should listen to this to put themselves in a position to understand women better and kind of get into that mindset a little bit more. I don't know. I think it'd be helpful. I mean, at least if you're dating women, I think that you can do it. Okay. 89% women to my 11% men. I love you. Not in a weird way. Don't make it weird. Jeez. But I love you. Not like that. Okay. Most of you are in Boise, Idaho, which I love. I am so happy that most of you are in Boise, Idaho, because my dream would be to do a live event or at least a Christmas party. Actually, let me take that back. My dream would be to do a Galentine's party. And I don't care anyway, Galentine's party. I live for Galentine's. Like I'm already thinking about what I'm going to do this year for Galentine's. I'm obsessed. I love Galentine's. So let's start to speak that into existence. And I don't care anyway. Galentine's party. Know that put it on your calendar right now. February 13th. Okay. Write it down. We're doing it. Okay. So most of you are in Boise, Idaho. Hey, say hi to me. Okay. Next is Seattle. We have a lot of listeners in Seattle. Interesting. I don't know. I can't say that I know a ton of people in Seattle. I'm trying to think. I don't have like anything based there. But I love it. So thank you to anyone in Seattle that listens. Next is Utah. This completely checks out. I have so many friends in Utah, especially friends from high school in Utah. Lots of people in my community, if you will, end up in Utah. And then my next one is Texas. This checks out because I lived in Texas for 7 years and I have so many good friends. So to my Texas friends, thank you for your support from afar. But, all those that breakdown just really does make so much sense to me. That's why I like to look at it. I will say before my divorce episode, it was 79% women. And after the last 2 episodes, it went up to 89%. And, I just think it's because I'm a woman and I have a woman's perspective and maybe a lot of men were just not interested in hearing about what my ex-husband did. That's fine. That completely checks out. But, it did, 10% change is actually a lot, like 10 points in the percentage for that to change that much. That makes a lot of sense. And maybe a lot of you just were like a one and done on the divorce episode. That's fine. You just wanted to hear that experience and move on from that. Um, but it makes sense. Okay. Most of you are between the ages of 28 and 34. Guess what? I'm 28. So again, like the whole point of this podcast, I was like, I want any woman like me to listen to this. And I want to bring women on like me to this. So I love that all these demographics are the first demographic in everything is me. I'm 28 to 34. I'm 28. I'm in Boise, Idaho. I am a woman. So I love that it's lining up the way that I'd initially planned. The next highest demographic for age is 23 to 27. That makes sense. That's my sisters' ages. Well, my younger sisters. A lot of my friends in Texas, a lot of my friends at work, maybe some of my older students. That also makes so much sense to me. The next age bracket though was like 60 plus. Hell yeah. So excited about that. So I thought that was hilarious. Like the next one it jumps a generation or two, I guess, if you will. Okay. So that is you guys. If you fit into that, tell me about it. But I know that so many of you do. You fit into that exact category that I just listed, all those categories. And I'm so happy that you're here. Okay. After some recent growth, which I'm so happy and so excited for, I wanted to do a little bit of Q&A. So these questions were submitted a couple weeks ago. There is a link in the I Don't Care Anyway Instagram where you can submit questions. And there's like 5 different ones. You can answer one or all of them or none of them. And it is 100% anonymous. So I have no idea who submits what. And sometimes it makes you like log into Google to do it. It does not share that with me. Okay. So it's completely anonymous. And so a lot of you submitted some questions. So some of these are older, some of these are newer, but I'm going to answer just a couple of them. We don't have tons of time to kill, but this one, okay, so I'm going to start with the first one. And I think this is so funny that I appreciate that you would even ask me this question. Okay. Do you think that you will make a good president if you were running for it? I mean, I think I'd bring good vibes. I think that I would decorate the White House really cute. I think that I would be the best dressed president in history. But do I know a lot about our judicial system? No, that's not going to be the case. Do I do well under stress? Honestly, in general, yeah. But I appreciate that you even think that this is on the table for me, that this is even on my mind. No, like I will never be running for president. Would I run for local office? Absolutely. President of the PTO or wait, no, not PTO. Oh my gosh, the PTA, like whatever the moms are that organize for their kids' school and like do like the boosters. Hell, I'd be great at that. A fundraiser for the school. I'd be great at that, organizing stuff like that. But that's like truly as far as I would go with that. Actually, I did say that I wanted to run for mayor of Boise. And let me tell you why I want to run for mayor of Boise. The mayor of Boise gets her pictures all over the Boise airport. If you go to the Boise airport, which I frequent, there's pictures of her, like big banners of her all over the airport. And I'm like, that'd be cool. I would like pictures of myself all over the Boise airport. So that's about the highest office that I would run for simply based on that. I just want my pictures in Boise airport. That's it. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, next one is, how did you lose 100 pounds and get away with not having any loose skin? Okay, I'm so sorry that you think that I don't have any loose skin because I do. Here's the thing. I lost weight really slowly. I started losing weight in 2021. It is now 2026. I have been at the weight I am now, which is like 153. I've been at this weight, maybe fluctuating like 5, 10, maybe 15 on like if I get back from my vacation for about 2 years now. So I've been at the same weight for a good amount of time, but I lost the bulk, like the majority of this weight in about 4 years. So it took a good amount of time and I plateaued at the same weight for like 2 years one time. It was awful. I lost 60 pounds in about 9 months, which is healthy. And then, or maybe it was like 10 or 11 months, and then plateaued for 2 years. And then right after I got divorced, the last like 40 to 50 just like fell right off of me. I mean, kind of. The first like 40 did, and then over the course of a year and a half, I lost another 10. So, and now I've just kind of stayed at the same. Again, it will fluctuate here and there. So I lost weight slowly. If you lose 60 pounds in 6 months or less, or 50 pounds, like, you know, where you're losing like 10 pounds a month, maybe due to injections or whatever, you're going to have loose skin. And that's just something you're going to have to be okay with. So I lost weight slowly and I still have loose skin. The majority of it is my very, very, very lower stomach. So you wouldn't see it really ever. I was like trying to think of a scenario where you'd see it. You wouldn't. Even bikini bottoms fully cover it. So even if I like a high hip on my bikini bottoms and I don't like where it just ties on the sides. That doesn't feel like enough coverage to me. So I will have a bikini bottom that has a thicker band around the hips. Even like a skimpy bikini bottom would cover my loose skin, just to be honest. I mean, unless it was super narrow in the front, then maybe it wouldn't, but mine is really easy to hide. Also, the back of my arms actually has a little bit. I have to kind of pull on it. That's like so gross, but it's there. And the volume of my breast tissue is basically gone. So I'm sorry that you thought that I didn't have any loose skin or that because this is the way this question's phrased. How did you lose 100 pounds and get away with no loose skin? Honey, I did not. I did not get away with it. Okay. It's just that I don't advertise it and it's almost always covered. So I guess unless you look extremely close to the back of my arms, or if I have on, I wouldn't even really wear these, but like they'd have to be like the smallest bikini bottoms in the world. Maybe then it would show. And then I just would say the volume loss in my breast tissue, it's not going to be super noticeable to other people, but it's super noticeable to me. So I don't want you to think that I didn't. So there is that. I did not get away with no loose skin. Okay. This one's a bit heavier, but any advice for someone going through an ED? How did you lose weight healthily? So I could do like a whole episode just on weight loss, but I don't know how many of you would be interested in that, but a whole episode just on weight loss, it could go well. So first off, I'm so sorry that you're struggling with an eating disorder. If you need professional help, that's going to be my first recommendation, obviously. But if you feel like it kind of comes and goes in different spouts or different bouts, I guess the word would be, you need to focus on the things you control because I don't want to say that I had an eating disorder, but I definitely had some issues surrounding food. So when I was in a different phase of life, this is probably 6 or 7 years ago when I was really, really packing weight on, I simply just like took comfort in food. Felt like it was one of the only things in my life that I could control. And so I would binge eat like crazy. I would eat like truly anything. I mean, it's hard for me to describe, but I would eat a lot back in those times. And that's how I managed to put on 100 pounds in 2 years, which is fast. That's considered rapid weight gain. So I would say you focus on what is your intention with food? What is your purpose? And then what do you take comfort in? Now I have a lot of other things in my life that I'm able to focus on. I love teaching my classes downtown. I have so much time and energy and resources invested in that. I'm obsessed. I love my studio so much, the best people, the best workout. So I invest a lot into that. And so that has become a really positive point in my life. My full-time job is a very positive thing in my life. I feel like I really invest in my relationships with my family and friends. I've really grown in this. I will say, I don't want to act like I've always been perfect at this because I have not been, but I've really, really been trying. So find ways that you can reinvest and take your focus off of food. I'm sorry that I'm assuming this is, but I'm phrasing it. So you're asking me. And so I'm really hoping that this is being helpful, but I'm trying to phrase this in a way of like, if you're on that binge eating side, because then the next thing says how to lose weight healthily. So it sounds like you're trying to lose weight and not gain it. So that is why I'm making the assumption that you might be struggling with an eating disorder rather than the opposite, or binge eating disorder rather than, for example, not eating or throwing up all the time. So and then I would say one of the best things I did was I made very small adjustments. Okay. So some people with weight loss, they will go all or nothing. They'll wake up one day and be like, no carbs, no sugar, no alcohol, nothing but water. And it's like, do you know how overwhelming that is? I don't even do that. I have sugar every single day. I have carbs every single day. I have Diet Coke every single day. I mean, I had ice cream 4 times last week. Like, I need to chill with that, but I did. I mean, it's summertime. Okay. So you need to think about the small things that you can control. I was talking to a good friend and she wanted some tips and I said, okay, this week I want you to focus on drinking more water every single day. And she's like, that's it. I'm like, yep, that's it. And then next week we're going to add on to it. Then next week you can be really mindful and make a couple swaps. If at lunch you normally have a high calorie item, we're going to swap it for a lower calorie item, not the whole lunch, not the whole thing, just one of the items in it. And making these small, steady lifestyle changes, it's all about sustainability and longevity. So that is why a lot of people, when they call it crash dieting. If you just go insane one day and like you wake up and you're like, I'm going to be keto, it generally is not sustainable. I mean, I do tend to try to eat lower-ish carbs, but I don't do keto. But carbs is where all the sugar and the calories are. So yeah, I will generally try to be mindful and like reduce it, but I have never done no carbs. I don't think I'd feel very good, to be honest. So I hope that helps. Try to make small adjustments and take it week by week. Every single week you add something on. Okay, this week I'm going to focus on protein intake. Every single meal needs to have 30 grams of protein in it. Oh, and last week I added on drinking more water. So guess what? This week you're going to focus on protein intake and you're going to drink more water. And then you can start. I know I talked about making swaps. You can go back to that and make swaps. If you're drinking a lot of soda, like I understand that Diet Coke is like not. Actually, no, I'm going to stand by this. I think Diet Coke's organic. I think Diet Coke is good for you. Switch to that. Because if you're drinking like soda with sugar in it, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of calories. It will save you so many calories out the day. And weight loss is actually very simple. It's not easy, but it's simple, but it's calories in versus calories out. Weight loss is thermodynamics. And so that's why I'm talking about drinking more water and making swaps. Guess what? Protein keeps you fuller longer. It also helps sustain your body. And then water does the exact same thing. And then if you just make those swaps here and there, it's going to make a big difference. So I hope that's helpful. Whoever submitted this, you're welcome to send me a message. I'm more than happy to share even more with you on that. Again, I could do an entire episode on this. So if you want more information, please just send me a message and I will help you. Okay. Next question is, what is your ideal sandwich? I love that we went from how to lose weight in an effective way to what is your ideal sandwich? But you know what? I love this question. Okay, I'm going to give you two answers. One sandwich is cold. One sandwich is warm. Okay. My ideal warm sandwich is going to be turkey, pesto, avocado, and Munster cheese on a panini grilled. My cold ideal sandwich, turkey, avocado, Munster, pickles, banana peppers, and oregano. The bread, though, has to be hollowed out. I cannot have that much bread, or the bread has to only be on one side. Okay. So it has to be one or the other. It cannot be both. At Jersey Mike's, I'm always like, please hollow this sandwich out completely. Okay. So great questions. Thank you. I hope that helps you understand me a little bit more based on my sandwich order. I don't know. I mean, I do think it says a lot about somebody. If someone's like, if someone said like a meatball sub, I'd be like, okay, that's insane. And I would judge somebody for that. Okay. Let's get into a summertime roundup. Okay, first off, stop trying to make fall happen. Okay, fall is not here. It's still 100 degrees. It was 102 today. So stop trying to make fall happen. Things need to happen in due time stop trying to make it happen. It's so frustrating. Like, football season will be here soon enough. Chill with that. Go to the pool, get a sunburn, and do all the things I'm about to list so that you don't feel like you need to rush into fall. And honestly, the second it gets cold, we're all going to be like, oh, I wish it was warmer. Well, guess what? When it was warmer, you were wishing it was colder and you were trying to bring fall in sooner than you needed to. Okay. Okay. Summertime roundup. First thing I have written down, this is going to sound so typical. Okay. Pool days. I've had quite a few pool days. They have all been phenomenal. Every single one better than the last. I'm just kidding. I've had a couple of my favorites, but obviously I know you need a pool for this. I know that that's not as easy as it sounds, but I love a pool day. Here's how you have the best pool day. You need to, first off, get there early. Like, a pool day does not start at 4. You need to start at noon. Okay. You get there at noon. Plan to not leave until 5. You need to fall asleep in the sun, take a nap on one of the floaties, like the flat ones you can lay completely flat and just float around. You need to fall asleep for at least 25 minutes on one of those. Bring snacks. So sorry, I think I already said that. Bring multiple Diet Cokes, probably if you're me, like 4 or 5, just to get you through that 5 hours. And music. I always bring my JBL. I'm not going to wear my Beats in the pool. That would be insane. Bring a JBL and put on Morgan Wallen radio. That will give you the best summertime vibes you can ever imagine. Something that Haley did for one of our pool days. This was so much fun. You know those tackle boxes that I think people use for fishing and you like put a bunch of stuff in it? Haley brought one of those, but it had a bunch of different snacks in it. Sour, candy, Oreos, salty stuff. Like, it was truly every flavor you can imagine. And then everybody just gets a little bit of everything. It's perfect. Okay, so if we're going to be at the pool from 12 to 5, you do need to pack a protein in there because at least if you're me, like that's too long and my blood sugar would crash. So in this same pool day and snack box while you're preparing, you do need to pack probably a sandwich. The one I just described, turkey avocado, perfect. Pack that. So this will help sustain you so that you don't get starving and have to leave. You don't want to have to leave and get food and come back. Or something else I would approve is DoorDashing. You can DoorDash food to the pool. You guys, I like hate DoorDash so much, but I love it so much. It's so expensive. The fees are astronomical, but how nice is it when you're just like hanging out and then your food just like shows up at the door or shows up at the pool or your hotel room? I do that a lot. If I'm in hotels, I'm like, you couldn't pay me $1 million to leave my hotel room right now. I will take my makeup off, shower, be in my pajamas. Guess what? My food arrives at my door. And then I like to eat whatever my dinner is in my bed and then throw the bags away. And then it's usually like 10 p.m. by the time it's usually like 11:30 p.m. by the time I'm eating dinner, especially if I'm working. Then I just go to bed and then I get up at 3 to catch the next flight. So it's a perfect system, really. So I need you to come prepared with food. Come prepared with sunscreen if you're someone that burns a lot. I don't. I put it on my face and that's it. I don't put sunscreen anywhere else, which maybe it sounds crazy, but it's just simply my skin has just gotten used to it. Fall asleep on a pool floaty for at least 25 minutes. Bring some really good music. And again, pool days don't start late in the day. I need you to start at noon. Plan ahead. Get there at noon. You'll see a lot of people come and go, but they're not on your level. So it's fine. You don't need to be worried about it. I just need you to worry about you being there from noon to 5. Okay. Next thing for the summertime roundup. These are going to be some things that I think make the summertime so chic. And the reason I'm calling it chic is because I love the Instagram trend going around right now that's like kind of chic to blah, 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 kind of chic to take your kids to the pool and bring a bunch of snacks and fall asleep in the sun, kind of chic to make your own green juice. That's me. So I like to, throw myself in the ring a little bit. So these are some things that I think are chic about summertime, at least that I, in my experience, have found. Okay, number 1, making out in public. I know that sounds crazy, but I don't really care. I think that making out in public is chic. I think it's cute. I think it's fun. And I think that it shows that you don't care, that you're not concerned about the other people around you. And I think that we should bring back other people seeing you be affectionate. We need a little bit of humanity back. So start making out in public more. Here are some places that are the best spots to make out in public. A park bench, standing next to your car. Oh, one of my all-time favorites, walking and waiting for your light to change. If you're walking around downtown and you hit the little button and it's like 20 seconds or whatever, like you're waiting for the light to change, great. Just like make out real fast. It's great. It will make you feel just, what's the word? Just like so whimsy. Whimsy. That's what I'm going for. I posted some pictures of me in school recently and it was summertime whimsy. That's included. Find some whimsy. Okay. And you can do that by making out in public. Nothing like crazy. I mean, keep it like classy, but there's absolutely a classy way to do this. And it's exactly what I'm describing. So take my word for it. Start making out in public more. Okay. I think we need it, especially Christmas time. Like summertime and Christmas time are the perfect times to be making out in public. Oh, also Valentine's weekend. Everybody's making out anyway. So I need you to join in on that. Okay. You also need to be wearing your hair up all the time. Okay. Summertime, you're sweaty already. Like, why am I wearing my hair down? Okay. My hair's up right now, but that's because I literally haven't done my hair. I'm like, actually, you know what? I did my hair yesterday, but I haven't done my hair in a bit. So wear your hair up more. Show off your cute earring stack. And then also, that leads me to the next one. I want you to have conflicting tan lines. So I have this one bikini. It's purple. I always wear it when I'm tanning because I want the same tan lines. And then I was like, wait. No, I need conflicting tan lines. I want you to have multiple tan lines. So I have one on my hip for my swimsuit bottoms. And then on the front, on the top, you can see the straps going around my neck. And then I was like, okay, well, I need another tan line where it goes over my shoulder. One going straight across, one going in a deep V. So wear a different bikini every single time you go tanning so that you get those conflicting tan lines. Because guess what? Then people are going to know, oh, this girl is out. This girl lives. This girl's been to the pool multiple times. This girl was at the pool from noon to 5 yesterday. And then she was at the pool last Saturday, also from noon to 5, but she had under a different top because those tan lines are conflicting. I just think it shows character. And I think it shows that you are out there making things happen. So wear your hair up a lot. I need you to get some conflicting tan lines. Okay. Next thing. I've talked about this so much, but you guys, I mean it so much. Get the girls together, or at least get together with a girl. Okay. I went to dinner last week with my friend Kylie and I had not seen her in a bit. And I was like, it's been way too long. I'm so sorry that I had not like been able to make plans with you earlier than this, but it was just so soul refreshing. She is the sweetest. So get the girls together, whether it's 1 or 14, get the girls together. Hell, get the girls together for this pool day. Assign everybody a different snack. Assign someone the music, the JBL. Assign somebody drinks. Make it a whole pool day. Force everybody to stay as long as possible. Talk about everything you have going on. Everything. Your kids, your husband, your new boyfriend, your job, your kids going back to school, the master's program that you're doing. Talk about literally everything that you are doing. Okay. Next one is eating outside. I understand that certain times of the day, it's like impossible to eat outside because it's at 13 trillion degrees. If you wait until about 8 p.m. and you have some fans on and you're on a patio, eating outside is absolutely bearable. Okay. And summertime in the evening, 8 p.m., the sun's going down. It's still warm. The fans are on. It's magical. I look around and I'm just like, whimsy. Okay. More on the whimsy. So definitely start eating outside more. Or if you're at work, maybe try to go eat outside. Like if you guys have a patio or something about being outside, even just for 20 minutes, it really does help so much. It kind of makes you feel like you're in your environment more and like you're not missing the entire summer. I understand. Everyone has to work and stay super, super busy, but do your best to be outside more and it will absolutely help. Okay. Now I want to list some things that you can do before Labor Day to make yourself feel like you're enjoying your summer more. Okay. They're just simple summer things. Some of these are not actually as simple. I'm going to split them up. We have simple summer things and then big summer things. We have until Labor Day. Okay. After Labor Day, I will admit summer is over. Okay. But until Labor Day, you have a couple things that you could do. We have, I think, 3 weekends left. Maybe, I think it's 3. Okay. You can absolutely make these things happen so that you do not leave this summer feeling regretful like you could have done more. So now let's list off those. Okay. Go to an outdoor concert, even if you don't know who is singing. If you at least like the style of music, or maybe you just want to try something new, an outdoor concert will bring the summertime vibes in. A great spot for this in Boise would be the Botanical Gardens. They are always doing live music there. Another one would be, I think it's called Alive After 5, and it's in the Boise Center, the Boise Centre or whatever. I don't know how to, it's spelled Centre, whatever that means. They're always doing live music there. A lot of bars are doing live music. So just try to catch some live music that is outdoors, whether it is a big official concert or not. Me and Sadie went to Jason Aldean a couple weeks ago and it was awesome. It was so good. We are dummies and didn't bring a blanket or a towel to sit on. So I had to sit in the grass. The grass was so long, by the way, in my shorter skirt. I had shorts on, but still the back of my legs touching grass. And then it was very warm when we first got there. It did cool off, like a tiny bit uncomfy. So maybe do your research and go prepared because I just was like, okay, dang, like now the back of my legs are sweating and they're touching wet grass. We eventually stood up and we were just fine. But I'm just saying, I knew probably 90% of the songs. There's a couple I didn't know, my bad, but it was so much fun and it really was not expensive. Also, last minute concert tickets are almost always cheaper. People want to get rid of them. They bought them 3 months ago or they suddenly can't go anymore. Last minute concert tickets are the best. So I encourage you to go, even if you don't know who they are. Would I go to a Screamo concert? I mean, maybe just for the experience of it. But even if I don't know who's performing, if it sounds like it could be anything close to something I would enjoy, just go. Order some drinks, order some food, and just enjoy the vibes, enjoy the environment of where you are at. Okay. So that one I think is simple. Okay. I really do think that's easy. There's so many small concerts going on. So I think this one, that should be easy for you to find. Okay. Next one is go out of your way for a lake, a canyon, a pool, a river, something. Go out of your way for it. I mean, this is like easier for me said than done because I literally hate driving. But if I have a group together, it's okay. Or if someone else is driving me, I will be okay. Go out of your way for it. Some of the recommendations I would have in Boise is to go to Lucky Peak, to go to Ivy Wild, that's in downtown Boise, to go to McCall. You can do McCall in a day. I understand it's a big day and it's a lot of driving. You can do it in a day. You can make it a really, really fun full day. It's absolutely doable. I recently learned about Black Canyon, which is past Emmett. It's really not that far. Okay. It's like an hour. And then you stay out there for 5 or 6 hours, come back. You're gone for 8 hours? You go to work for 8 hours. So pick a Saturday or a Sunday and go do that for 8 hours. Take your family, take your kids, take your dog, take your family. Or I already said that. Take your friends or tag along with someone else. It'll be the best vibes. Pack a snackle box. Okay. This all applies, but I'm being specific on going out of your way. I think it's really easy just to stick to the stuff we're always around or the stuff we've already seen. Have new experiences, find something new and go to it. Lava Hot Springs in Pocatello, or wait, is it called Sugar City? So much fun, actually. I went there with my family. Gosh, it was before I got married. So it had to have been almost 10 years ago. It was so fun. And they have this really fun rafting that you can do or tubing, floating their river or something. It's actually quite intense. It was like scary actually, but it was so much fun. So things like that, like go out of your way for something. Pick a Saturday or Sunday, write it down, make it happen, invite people, get them to commit, make it happen and bring the vibes. I will say like I am someone that just loves to organize. I love to organize people. I love to gather people. So for me, this is just almost like second nature. Like I always want to get people together. I'm always organizing something. If that's out of your comfort zone, great. Now's the opportunity to do it. Okay. Now's the opportunity. Um, if you can, this is a bigger summer thing. Can you go away for one night? One night, you can easily go to Sun Valley. It's 3 hours away. If you take a half day at work and then spend the whole evening, afternoon in Sun Valley, spend one night, come home in the morning. It's fun. It's worth it. McCall is so worth it for one night. McCall right now is only 90 minutes away because there's no snow. You can kind of drive a little faster. I'm not trying to say speed, but in the wintertime, you'd go really slow because of the ice and the snow on the roads. Well, right now, there's none of that exists. So great. You can get there in 90 minutes. It's not that far. You could stop and do a house instead in Garden Valley. That's only an hour away. They have a really fun river that you can raft. You could spend the night, Idaho City. Idaho City has a hot springs. I think they also have Anderson something. It's like, I swear it's a lake of some sort. Also Cascade, that's even closer than McCall. You can do one night there and have the best time and make a couple really fun memories. Okay. That one's bigger. And I know that there's a bigger cost involved because you have to find somewhere to stay, whether it's just you and one other person, maybe a couple people or a whole group. It is possible. Also, everybody can swing one night. I really do think you can. If you plan it well enough, everybody can swing one night away. Just one. Whether it's for a sitter, if you need a dog sitter, whatever it is, like one night is not that bad. Get people to commit. Okay. Next one is make a fire and make s'mores and chat and tell scary stories. This one's small. This one is easy. This will make you feel very nostalgic, which I love. I love feeling like I'm young again, like I'm a kid again, and like those vibes are coming back. So whether it is a just small outdoor fire pit in the backyard, you can make one in your driveway. Invite your neighbors. Be neighborly. Go find your neighbors and say, hey, we have a fire pit. We're going to make s'mores in the driveway. Bring a chair. We have all the s'more stuff that you could ever imagine. And invite them over to make s'mores and chat and get to know more people. I also, I've already said I like gathering people, but I really like being neighborly. I want to get to know the people around me. I want to get to know my community. I'm going to encourage you to do the exact same. Okay. Next one is an outdoor movie. We actually just did this. It was so much fun. My stepdad, Seth, he has a huge outdoor blow up projector thing. So we did have the resources to do that, but you can just hang a white sheet from the back of your house. You can hang a white sheet from your garage. And if you have a projector or if your neighbors do, great. Use that projector and screen a movie onto it. It really does just take a little bit of effort. And I promise you that people want you to invite them to things. I love being invited to things. If I can make it, great. If not, sorry. But I love inviting people to things and I love being invited to things. Even if they can't make it, they will know that you invited them. So ask, hey, who has a projector? We have a white sheet. We have snacks. We can log into our Netflix. We're going to watch a movie. Does anyone have a projector we can borrow? Oh, hey, we have one and we'll come too. It's perfect. And it's the perfect time of year. You can sit outside. It's not that cold. Get a blanket if you need a blanket. Bring some snacks and invite people to an outdoor movie. Okay, next one. Look, I'll be real. Like this one barely applies to me. Hike at 6 a.m. I would do this. 100% I would do this if the right person asked me to do this. Do I pick to do this? Probably not. I'll go teach at 5 and 6 a.m. I can't say that I love getting up super, super early like that, but I bet the sunrise out here is gorgeous. So do a hike at 6 a.m., at least just one. I bet that's before a lot of you go to work. You could do it before work. Would you be tired the rest of the day? Probably. But I think it would be worth it, at least just once. Okay. I think that the effort you put in is what makes you feel like you did something. So if you are just sitting there and you're like, I did not put enough effort into the summer. I didn't do enough. I don't feel like I entertained my kids enough. I don't feel like I gave them the best experience or I didn't get the girls together. Great. I just listed off so many things that you can do to not make you feel that way. And putting effort into things just makes you appreciate it a lot more. So if you guys plan ahead and plan the fun snacks and gather whatever it is you need for anything I just listed, the effort and the planning into it is kind of what makes it worth it. And then everybody's sitting outside, you're watching a movie, and it's just cute. It's fun. We watched The Sandlot and the vibes were so good. I had not seen that movie in forever. There's a lot of adult themes in it, which is so funny. Some of the kids like might just not catch on to it. It was just the best vibes. It was the best memory. So any of the above can apply. And you know what? Pretty soon you are going to crave the summertime freedom that you have right now. Okay. I know that summertime can be tough because you feel like you don't have a routine. I kind of have a routine. It definitely changes quite a bit, but I don't have a full like set routine right now. I know a lot of you have kids, and school and summertime ending means the kids get back on a routine, which I know is so nice. I'm sure it's hard to not have the kids on a routine, but I promise you will crave the freedom to do something. And so that is why I'm saying just do it now, because then you can look back and say, well, we don't have the freedom to just take off on a Wednesday right now, but we did, and we did it, and it was so much fun. Let's look again at the pictures, you know? So focus on that. You will crave the freedom to eventually do what you want to be doing right now. Put in the effort. Okay, spend a tiny bit of money and enjoy the lack of routine, because the routine is sneaking up on us so quickly. I'm about to be traveling like crazy, which I love. I love my travel season. So I'm not like too sad about that. I love the work I do. So I'm excited for that to pick right back up. But I hope this helps. Thank you so much for listening today. And if you do any of the summertime activities or literally anything that we talked about, please let me know. So thank you for joining me for Q&A plus some summertime roundup where we care way too much or not at all. Bye.